What if I told you that after the age of 35, your body could start betraying you, making you gain weight even if you don't change a single thing about your diet? Imagine eating the same meals, living the same lifestyle, yet suddenly noticing the numbers on the scale creeping higher month after month. It feels unfair, doesn't it? But this is a reality that millions of men and women in their mid-30s to 40s quietly struggle with. Hello, I am Dr. William Harrison. For over 25 years, I've worked in senior healthcare, helping people not only in their 60s and beyond, but also those in their 30s and 40s who are just starting to see the first warning signs of aging. And one of the most common frustrations my patients tell me is, Doctor, I'm eating the same way I did in my 20s, but now the weight just won't come off. This isn't just in your head. Around the age of 35, your metabolism, the engine that burns calories for energy, begins to slow down. Hormonal shifts, loss of muscle mass, and lifestyle stress all combine to change the way your body uses fuel. And if you don't recognize and adapt to this invisible shift, you may be setting yourself up not just for stubborn belly fat, but for long-term health issues like diabetes, high blood pressure, and heart disease. In today's video, I'll break down exactly why this happens, the hidden factors that most people overlook, and most importantly, what you can do to take back control of your metabolism. After the age of 35, something subtle yet powerful begins to happen inside your body. You may not notice it at first. A little extra weight around the waist, feeling slightly more tired than usual, or struggling to recover from a late night or a missed workout. But underneath the surface, your metabolism, the very system responsible for turning food into energy, is gradually slowing down. Why does this matter so much? Because metabolism is at the core of everything your body does: breathing, digesting food, regulating hormones, and maintain muscle and bone strength. When your metabolism slows, your body burns fewer calories even at rest. That means the sandwich you ate at 25 might have been burned off quickly, but at 38, the same meal is more likely to be stored as fat. According to studies, adults lose about 3 to 5% of their muscle mass per decade after the age of 30. Muscle is metabolically active tissue. It burns calories even when you're not moving. Less muscle means fewer calories burned, and that's one of the primary reasons weight gain seems almost unavoidable in midlife. But muscle loss isn't the only factor. Hormones also begin to shift. In women, estrogen levels start to decline long before menopause, which can affect fat distribution and insulin sensitivity. In men, testosterone levels slowly decrease, leading to reduced muscle mass and increased fat storage. Add to this the stress hormone cortisol, which is often elevated due to demanding jobs, family responsibilities, and lack of sleep, and you have the perfect storm for midlife weight gain. The consequences go far beyond appearance. Extra weight at this stage in life increases the risk of type 2 diabetes, heart disease, hypertension, and even certain cancers. Carrying just 10-15 extra pounds in your 30s and 40s may not seem alarming, but research shows that midlife weight gain is one of the strongest predictors of poor health later on. What makes this even more dangerous is that many people don't realize what's happening. They blame themselves for lacking willpower, when in reality their bodies are simply changing. Continuing with the same lifestyle habits that worked in your 20s becomes a recipe for frustration and declining health in your 40s. This is why it's critical to understand not just that metabolism slows down, but why it does and what you can do about it. Because here's the good news. While you can't stop aging, you can slow down its effects on your metabolism. And in the next section, I'll share key strategies, simple, science-backed actions you can take today to keep your metabolism strong, burn calories more efficiently, and protect your long-term health. So what can you actually do about a slowing metabolism after 35? Here are 5 science-backed strategies that my patients between 30 and 45 have found life-changing. 1. Prioritize strength training. One of the most powerful ways to combat metabolic slowdown is to build and maintain muscle. Remember, muscle is your calorie-burning engine. Without it, your body burns fewer calories even at rest. Science studies show that people who lift weights 2 to 3 times per week not only preserve muscle mass, but also increase their resting metabolic rate by up to 7%. Example, a 38-year-old patient of mine, Sarah, was struggling with weight gain despite daily jogging. When she switched 2 of her cardio sessions for resistance training, she noticed improved muscle tone and a steady drop in body fat within 3 months. Takeaway, even 20-30 minutes of body weight or resistance band exercises twice a week can make a significant difference. 2. Protein with every meal? Protein is not just for athletes, it's essential for anyone wanting to preserve muscle and boost metabolism. Science. Protein has a higher thermic effect of food than carbs or fats, meaning your body burns more calories digesting it. Example. My patient James, age 42, replaced his carb-heavy breakfast of bagels with scrambled eggs and Greek yogurt. The result? He felt fuller longer, snacked less during the day, and his weight stabilized. Takeaway. Aim for 20-30 grams of protein per meal, whether from lean meats, fish, eggs, or plant-based sources like beans and lentils. Don't skimp on sleep. Sleep is often the first casualty of busy midlife, but it's also one of the biggest factors in metabolic health. Science. Lack of sleep disrupts hunger hormones, ghrelin, which increases appetite, and leptin, which tells you when you're full. Chronic sleep debt also raises cortisol, encouraging fat storage around the belly. For example, a 41-year-old executive I worked with was sleeping only 5 hours per night. By simply extending his sleep to 7 hours, his cravings for late-night snacks decreased dramatically, and he lost 6 pounds in 2 months without changing his diet. Takeaway. Aim for 7-8 hours of quality sleep. Consider setting a digital sunset, turning off screens an hour before bed. 4. Manage stress intentionally. Stress is inevitable at this stage of life, but unmanaged stress is a metabolism killer. Science. Elevated cortisol not only increases appetite, but also directs fat storage to the abdominal area, one of the riskiest places for long-term health. Example, a mother of 2 in her late 30s I treated began practicing 10 minutes of guided meditation each morning. Over time, her energy improved, cravings for sugary foods declined, and she felt more in control of her eating habits. Takeaway. Whether it's yoga, deep breathing, or simple daily walks, find a stress management tool you can actually stick with. 5. Don't skip regular checkups. Sometimes weight gain is not just lifestyle, it can be medical. Thyroid disorders, insulin resistance, or hormonal imbalances often reveal themselves in the 30s and 40s. Science. Research shows that up to 12% of adults experience thyroid dysfunction, many of them undiagnosed, which directly affects metabolism. Example, a 35-year-old man I saw gain 20 pounds in less than a year despite exercising. Tests revealed low thyroid function. With proper treatment, his weight stabilized and his energy returned. Takeaway. If your weight gain feels sudden and unexplained, don't ignore it. Ask your doctor for a full panel checkup. These 5 strategies are not about extreme diets or punishing workouts. They're about working with your body's natural changes to keep your metabolism strong, your energy high, and your health protected. In the next section, I'll share a real-life story of how one patient in her late 30s turned her struggle with midlife weight gain into a success story that can inspire you to take action today. Let me share with you the story of Emily, a 39-year-old mother of 2 who came to see me a couple of years ago. She sat across from me in my office, frustration written all over her face. "Gerharris," she said, "I don't understand. I'm eating the same way I did in my 20s. I still jog 3 times a week, but I've gained almost 15 pounds in the last year and none of my clothes fit anymore. What am I doing wrong?" This is such a common story. And the truth is, Emily wasn't doing anything wrong. She was simply facing the same metabolic slowdown that millions of people in their late 30s and early 40s experience. Her metabolism had shifted gears, but her lifestyle hadn't adjusted with it. We started small. I asked her to add 2 short resistance training sessions a week, just 20 minutes each. I recommended she swap her morning muffin for a protein-rich breakfast like Greek yogurt with nuts. We also worked on improving her sleep. Instead of scrolling on her phone until midnight, she committed to shutting down screens by 10 p.m. The results didn't happen overnight, but within 3 months, Emily had not only lost 8 pounds, she also felt more energetic, less stressed, and more in control of her cravings. Most importantly, she finally understood that weight gain after 35 wasn't a personal failure, it was biology, and biology can be managed with the right strategies. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you noticed changes in your body since turning 35? Do you feel like it's harder to lose weight even when you're eating the same way? If you're still watching this video, type metabolism in the comments below so I know you're part of this conversation. And while you're there, tell me, what's been your biggest challenge in staying healthy during your 30s or 40s? Is it stress, sleep, or simply finding the time? Your answers not only help me create better videos for you, but they also remind others in our community that they are not alone, because trust me, if you're struggling right now, You are part of a much bigger group than you think. So let's take a step back and summarize what we've learned today. Metabolism naturally slows down after the age of 35. This isn't your fault, it's biology. Loss of muscle mass, hormonal changes, and stress all play a role. Muscle is your secret weapon. Strength training, even just twice a week, helps keep your calorie-burning engine alive. Protein is essential. Adding it to every meal keeps you full longer and supports your muscle health. Sleep and stress matter as much as food. Poor sleep and chronic stress can sabotage your metabolism faster than you realize. Don't ignore medical checkups. Conditions like thyroid dysfunction or insulin resistance can silently affect your weight and energy. The most important takeaway is this: you have more control than you think. Small, consistent actions like lifting weights, eating smarter, sleeping better can dramatically change the trajectory of your health in your 30s and 40s. And the sooner you take action, the stronger and healthier you'll be in the decades to come. Remember, your future health isn't written in stone. You don't have to accept midlife weight gain as just part of getting older. You can rewrite the story starting today. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Share this with a friend or family member who might be struggling with the same issue. You could change their life. And stay tuned for our next video, where I'll reveal 5 foods you should absolutely avoid in your late 30s and 40s if you want to protect your heart and metabolism. You won't want to miss it.